Raje Chaivikale Nityam Virudam Mamatam Jahu Atma Jaya Sutagra Pasu Dravina Bandhusu Raje Chaivikale Nityam Virudam Mamatam Jahu Atma Jaya Sutagra Pasu Dravina Bandhusu Raje Chaivikale Nityam Virudam Mamatam Jahu. Translation purport by His Divine Grace C.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj Parishit, as a result of his wholehearted attraction for the Lord Krishna, was able to give up all deep-rooted affection for his personal body, his life, his wife, his children, his palace, his animals like horse and elephants, his treasury house, his friends and relatives, and his undisputed kingdom. So, word by word meaning: Atma, the body; Jaya, wife; Suta, son; Agra, palace; Pasu, horse and elephant; Dravina, treasury house; Bandhusu, onto the friends and relatives; Rajo, in the kingdom; Cha, also; Avikala, without being disturbed; Nityam, constant; Virudam, deep-rooted; Mamatam, affectionately; Prabhu, gave up. Purport: to become liberated means to become free from the Dehatma Buddhi, the illusory attachment for personal bodily covering and everything connected with the body, namely the wife, children, and other entanglements. One selects a wife for bodily comfort and as a result his children. For wife and children, one requires a dwelling place, and as a residential house is also necessary. Animals like horse, elephant, cow, dogs are all the household animals, and householders has to keep them as householder paraphernalia. In modern civilization, the horse, elephant have been replaced by cars and conveyance with considerable horsepower. To maintain all the household affairs, one has to increase the balance and be careful about the treasury house. And in order to display the opulence of material asset, one has to keep good relations with the friends and relatives, as well as become very careful about the maintaining the status quo. This is called the material civilization of material attachment. Devotion for Lord Krishna means negotiation of all the material attachment as detailed above. By the grace of Lord Krishna, Maharaj Parishit was awarded all the material attainment and the undisputed kingdom in which to enjoy the undisturbed position of king. But by the grace of the Lord, he was able to give up all the connections with the material attachment. That is the position of pure devotee. Maharaj Parikshit, due to his natural affection for the Lord Krishna as a devotee of the Lord, was always executing his royal duties on behalf of the Lord. As a responsible king of the world, he was always careful to see that the influence of Kali would not enter his kingdom. A devotee of the Lord never thinks of his household paraphernalia as his own, but surrender everything for the service of the Lord. Thereby, living entities under the devotee care get the opportunity for the God realization by the management of the devotee's master. Attachment for household paraphernalia and for the Lord Krishna go poorly together. One attachment is the path of darkness and other attachment is the path of light. Where there is a light, there is no darkness, and where there is a darkness, there is no light. But an expert devotee can turn everything into path of the light by attitude of service to the Lord. And the best example here is the Parishit Maharaj. Yudhishthira and the household like him can turn everything into light by dovetailing so-called material asset into the service of Lord. But one who is not trained or is unable to turn everything to the service of Lord, Nirbandha Krishna Sambandha, must give up all the material connection before he can live, he can be fit into hear and chant the glories of the Lord. Or in other words, one who has seriously heard Srimad Bhagavatam for the 7, even one day, like Maharaj Parikshit from the fit of personality like Sukadeva Goswami, may be able to lose all the affinity for the material things. There is no utility simply in the material imitating Maharaj Parikshit and hearing Bhagavatam from professional men, even for 700 years. To take Srimad Bhagavatam as a means of maintaining the family expenditure is a grossest type of Namaprada offense at the feet of the Lord. Sarva Sabdo Kriya Samayam Api Paramantaha. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjalashalakhya Chachurumilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Swapitamena Putre Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Tadambi Sampadamkyam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagarjatam Saganarunata Amitam Tam Tajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Sri Radha Krishna Pada Saganarita Sri Vichakamcha E Krishna Karna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopeshta Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishapansu Devi Pranamami Harite Vanchakalpadribhisha Kripa Sundevacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavi Gunam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vata Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Namo Pangajanabhaya Namo Pangajana Maline Namo Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangre Hare Krishna. Welcome once again for the Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Today we are discussing about the second canto, 4th chapter, 2nd sloka. It is a continuation of the previous slokas, and let us recap what we understood from the chapter 3. Some of the glimpses we can touch upon so that you will get the continuity of that. Sukadeva Goswami already categorically explained the Parikshit Maharaj question of what the topmost goal of the life and means to attain it. So here we know that Sanuka Rishi is requesting Suta Goswami to speak very elaborately. They were inspiring it, saying that we know that we are convinced that the life which is not utilized for Krishna Katha, wasting our life. So life which is rising and setting of sun takes away the life of a person who is not interested in Krishna Katha. So the person who is favoring of hearing Krishna Katha, taking one step towards Krishna. So this is the background of that. So it is a conversation between the Saunaka Rishis and Suta Goswamis. So Saunaka Rishis were inspiring with various points. In sloka number 23, we heard that even one worshipped Supreme Lord but failed to worship the devotee of the Supreme Lord. Failed to worship the lotus feet of the devotee of the dust of the lotus feet of the devotee of the Supreme Lord is living like a ghost. So such a person is a terrorist, and the devotee such person terrorizes the devotees, and his presence is inconvenient to devotee community. Person not smaran the tulsi offered to the lotus feet of the Lord, he is also living dead. That means ghost. So 2 points we understood. The person should smaran the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord, and also smaran the tulsi which is offered to the lotus feet of the Lord. Otherwise they are like a ghost only. Here the heart of the person, even though one may externally show the symptom of crying and hairs standing on the end, But if the genuine symptom of bhava is not manifest as per standard, that heart is still considered to be steel framed. So when you do devotion, your heart should melt. Therefore, Sutta Goswami, we understand that the importance of Krishna consciousness, practicing of bhakti, and importance of hearing from the exalted devotee soul like you. So this is the message from this sloka number 24 and finally 25 of the third chapter was, therefore according to your inclination, so Shanika Rishi is telling Sutta Goswami, according to your inclination, whichever the way you want to narrate, whether it's chronicle, numerical, or whatever way, kindly tell us the whole conversation happened between the Parikshit Maharaj and Sutta Goswami. This was the last sloka. So for that, all the questions of Shanika Rishi, Sutta Goswami started speaking. In the fourth canto, fourth chapter, first sloka, here the Sri Prabhupada is given this title as the process of creation for this chapter. But even though not a single word has been described about the creation, but still Prabhupada is given because Parikshit Maharaj asked the process of creation. So that's why he is named it. Even the Sukadeva Goswami is not answered in this chapter. So he started offering prayers to empower to speak about this matter. So Vishnu Chakravarti, the same topic he has given name as a Sukadeva glorifies the Lord for this chapter. Similarly, there's a difference between the Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur subjecting the title in the chapter to the Sri Prabhupada differs. We have also come across the previous chapter, third also. Sri Prabhupada gave us a title called Pure Devotional Service, whereas the Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur has given the title as Worship of Devatas. So, this type of changes will be there, but there should be a deep meaning of that. So here the Sutta Goswami started narrating answering to the questions asked by the Saunik Rishis. So as per this sloka, if you read the sloka of sloka number 1, prior to hearing the word of from this Sukadeva Goswami, Parikshit Maharaj mind was not fixed with Krishna, but it is not true. For a neophyte devotee or a person who studied this Sanskrit, he will misinterpret like that. But Parikshit Maharaj, who is Parikshit Maharaj? Parikshit Maharaj was a perfected devotee, irrespective of Parikshit Maharaj meeting the Sukadeva Goswami. He is already a perfected devotee. His mind is always fixed with Krishna, but he concentrates his mind still further to consider what Sukadeva Goswami is spoken about that. So especially if you see the Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, in all these verses, he explained that it is such a way that the reader should not misunderstand that or leave no hope for the misunderstanding either Parikshit Maharaj or Sukadeva Goswami. Even though anyone who knows the Sanskrit, but the heart of for the Bhagavan, who may not know the Parikshit Maharaj, he naturally translates as Vayasaka iti vachas. That means hearing the words of Sukadeva Goswami, through which one can discern the truth about the soul. Parikshit Maharaj, he fixed his mind on Krishna with chastity. But this is not a correct meaning of that. What Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur translated as hearing the word of the Sukadeva Goswami, by which he could discern to the truth about the soul. Parikshit Maharaj started concentrating his mind, which was always thinking of Krishna. Because always Parikshit Maharaj's mind is always thinking of Krishna only. So further he has concentrated the mind. So that is a right way of understanding in the first sloka. Because Vishnu Chakravarti is very attentive of all these things. The reader should not lose respect towards any of the personalities like Sukadeva Goswami or Parikshit Maharaj. Similarly, in the fourth canto, fourth chapter, Sukadeva Goswami, being asked by the Parikshit, they describe the creation through the conversation between Brahma and Narada. After offering respect to his Guru, the hearing words from which he could discern the truth about the soul, he particularly concentrated his mind. Yadat means concentration, which was always thinking of Krishna because he was the son of Uttara. So, Sunday class also we know that, we heard about that. Parikshit Maharaj, when he was in the womb of Uttara, Krishna gave the darshan to protect Parikshit from the womb from the Brahmastara. From this time that Krishna entered her womb to save him, he remembered Krishna. Satim Matim can mean the undividing mind. In the second slokas, this is a classical Vaishnava commentary. This also a very important commentary that after hearing this, Parikshit Maharaj, he gave up the attachment which is deep rooted in his heart, like body, wife, son, house, animal wealth, friend, kingdom. These are the very obviously explanation of this verse. Which means you are telling like the Sukadeva Goswami, Parikshit Maharaj was deep rooted in all these things. No, he is not deep rooted in all these things. What exactly Vishnu Chakravarti translates is, Parikshit Maharaj completely gave up the attachment to the body, wife, son, house, animal, wealth, friend, kingdom, which is considered to be the strong in others. So, for others it is very strong, but he is just like that he gave up. This explanation helps us to maintain a very high regards for the Parikshit Maharaj. Otherwise, that is not much significant transcendental value for the questions asked by Parikshit Maharaj. If he is himself is very much attached to the person by heart, so if Parikshit Maharaj is attached to all the opulences, then he cannot ask such questions. So that's why it was properly translated by the Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. This actually Vaishnava Dharma, heart of Vaishnava, how he is very careful. One should not misunderstand the Parikshit Maharaj for a moment. Therefore, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur gave the explanation. So here the Parikshit Maharaj, inheritant of all those kingdoms, so he has inheritant of kingdom, not only kingdom, he also inherited with the devotional qualities from the Pandavas. Because he is a Parampara, Arjuna's grandson. Parikshit Maharaj was a dutiful and at the same time he was detached. He was not interested in wealth, he did not live any of his self-interest. He lived in for the welfare of others, for the material prosperity and spiritual. He had so much opulences, he took retirement from all those things like prestige, name, fame. This is actually one of the quality of Raja Rishi. So if you say that Raja Rishi means saintly king, so he is a renounced king. Srimad Bhagavatam describes such Raja Rishis, great kings like Yudhishthira Maharaj. When Yudhishthira Maharaj about to leave, he handed over the responsibility kingdom to Mathura to Varjana and the rest of the world to the Parikshit Maharaj. So Yudhishthira Maharaj did not hold any position after that. Most difficult in this world. So if they see the current world, nobody wants to give up their position. Example, recently it's a talk of town was that US president, he don't want to give up his seat. It was a live show was going on, and though his party lost the election, so he don't give up. So he's so much attached. So these Raja Rishis or the leaders is not only the time they rule the world very well. So Raja Rishis are leaders, no, when they are ruling very well itself, when appropriate time comes, they give up their kingdom. So that is very important. The great leader, when he has to stop and give the legacy to the others, that is there. When time comes now, they won't stick to their position. This is a sign of the greatness. Nowadays, politicians now, even at the deathbed, they want to hold the chief minister post, prime minister post and all, because it's so much attached with the position. If you see the film actor, even at old age also, they put lot of makeup and still act like a young heroines. If you see the sports person, even though they have become very old, still they want to hold the position and they want to play that game. So this is not the right attitude. So when time comes, you should give to the next legacy people. So that is the duty. Even the Pandavas, other Pandavas also, when Yudhishthira Maharaj quit the kingdom, other Pandavas also followed his footsteps. Okay. And Srimad Bhagavatam also gave very lot of such example. One is Uttanapad. Uttanapad, when he was enlightened by the time, Dhruva Maharaj was not even got married. Uttanapad is the father of Dhruva Maharaj. And Dhruva Maharaj went to forest to see the Lord Vishnu. So when he came back, by the time Uttanapad been advised by Narada Muni, and he got enlightened. So before even Dhruva Maharaj got married and settled, he quit the palace and left. So this is how the exalted kings and all. Another example is that Prachana Bharati. So Prachana Bharati, what he does is, when he was heavily preached by the Narada Muni. Narada Muni now he's a mobile preacher. He goes all the 14 planets system and go on preaching people. So he preached him. By the time, even before the Prachidas, who was doing tapasya, they came back to kingdom. Prachana left the kingdom and he quit the palace. Similarly, Bharata Maharaj also, when he left the kingdom just like that, like a person who passes the stool, he won't even turn up and see. Similarly, menial, he just, all the appearances, Bharata Maharaj left and he went to the forest to meditate on the Lord, who ruled perfectly and left it and retired perfect time. So these are the people called Raja Rishis, so the kings. So we heard from them. Parikshit Maharaj also, he left his all the wife, children, wealth, everything. So nowadays people are quitting. If you ask now, why do you take retirement? Oh, no respect in office. Or they say that nobody listening. I am frustrated with my job, so I quit the job. So that is not the right way of retirement. People take that kind of positions, but that was not the case for the great kings. What king is that when their ruling time itself, very opulently they were ruling. They quit when they rule very well. Everyone is happy with them. Okay. So when you have to done so much good to the people, you look for the credit. Okay, you did a good job, so you expected, okay, all the prajatas, the people should appreciate you and they have to take care of you and all. And name fame you are expecting. That is the time, this great king, they quit. Enjoy the fruit of the hard labor given to the society of the people. When the fruit is coming, they will not expect that. So that is the time they give up everything. So this is how, when you have to retire, when you are in name, fame at the peak, when you are delivered your services, that's the time you should leave them. You should not wait for the what you work hard and what the result is coming out. This shows that they did it totally selfless. This is what the selfless service means. What you are working for others. Testimony of genuine service attitude. Your service attitude is genuine. That means you want to work for others. You don't expect others to appreciate or others to give Lakshmi to you for the work you have done. They were ruling in the mood of service attitude. They were ruling the kingdom, no, for service attitude. Only they want to serve the prajatas. This is what is called servant leadership. Was practiced even in Vedic Kalam. Srimad Bhagavatam already explained. It is not now that gurus are inventing it. Okay, servant leaders. So everybody should become a servant and all the things. No, this is already taught in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So H.G.Murāri also gave up something like this, everything. Just he quit and he sat for 7 days and started listening Bhagavatam. One of the uplands of the Krishna is renunciation. There are 7 uplands, you know. So strength, knowledge, opulences. So renunciation also one of the uplands for him. Sometimes people can't understand this renunciation to the attachment pulls them down. So if you don't take renunciation, what happens? It will pull you down, which stops us moving further. So we have to be very careful. Example, Bhaktisna Saraswati, once he told one story. There was a marriage party, no? They want to go to another village, in which they have to cross the river. So what happened now? They came to reach the bank of the river, it became dark. They told the boatman, okay, please hurry up, tomorrow morning is our wedding, so we all have to go. So everybody boarded that thing and they said that don't sleep, whole night it's very far, you have to go in that boat. He also, they agreed to the Lakshmi and he was very much forcefully, you know, he told that wedding party, you all sleep, I will take care of that. I will not sleep whole night, I will row. So he was going on, rowing, so much sweating and tired of in the morning. When sun came and everybody got up and saw that they are still at the same way where they boarded there. Everybody asked him what happened. He said, I didn't sleep, I was rowing only. Then what happened? They said, oh, then only he saw that what happened? That the anchor is not lifted. Okay, so it is called, just forgot, I just forgot it. That just is a small word, but it has got deep meaning. Okay, great importance. Just because of one thing is not lifted, whole project is failed. It happens in life also. So as we progress in Krishna conscious life, we also come across such things. We have to take care of these such anchors. In our life also there are some anchors are there which will pull samskara, no? Which pulls us attachment with the family. So we have to be very careful. We have to release the anchor appropriate time. When time comes, we have to leave. When all the responsibility hand over to the people, we should simply walk out of the house. Attachment is holding us back. Attachment to that is the main culprit which holds you back. Okay, which is unhealthy, look like a, attachments are unhealthy. It is not favorable to you. Okay, that is the one which is very pleasurable for you. You will enjoy really. Okay, what is healthy? Really, it doesn't taste good. Okay, example, when I was attending the Bhakti Vichar for my Sisha Guru initial days, no, he was giving this example only. Bitter gourd, even though it is a very sour taste, but it's very good for health. The sugar, which is very sweet, you know, all the sweets, it is very tasty, but it is bad for health. You get disease. So this is what is that. Unhealthiness, no, it is a pleasurable. Healthy thing will not be there. It is, healthy thing is not a very pleasing. Okay, but that is one. which is important. The genuine renunciation comes from those things might always get attracted to which degree to some. So we have to be very genuinely detached. Okay, that's very important. It is not like it is example is one father-in-law. Okay, his daughter-in-law was always cursing and all. Because newly come, no, she finds fault with father-in-law. Then he says, "Let me get out of this house." He goes to the ashram, stays, and from there he is going on thinking, what my daughter-in-law cooked today, whether she taken care of my grandson, whether she took him to school. Sitting in ashram, another old age home, he is thinking of his daughter-in-law only. That is not a renunciation. Okay, so the Prabhupada says that attachment is hooks as a kind. Okay, so it is like attachment is like hook. Fish, we to catch fish we put a hook, same way. The attachment is like it will always hold. Is the fish able to escape from the hook? No. How much it struggle, the more it struggle, more hook it will hold it. So our attachment is like that. It's a hook. Okay, the more we attach, okay, we cannot get out of it. Everyone's life must be arranged that, okay, we have to attach. The last stage of our life can be absolutely devoted to devotional service of the Lord to attain highest perfection of life. So we have to decide our last life, what we are supposed to do. We have to attach to the service of the Lord. And why we have to do? To get highest perfection of our life. So our life, what is the goal of life? Krishna Prema. Process is sadhana bhakti. So for that, we have to do that one. As we are in progress, as we are in the devotion, attraction of Krishna, he will release the anchor. See, who's holding the anchor? Anchor, no? That Nangura, we say, ship which is holding the ship not to moving, no? That who is holding? Who can release it? It is not our endeavor, we cannot do that. As we progress in devotion, the attraction of Krishna, when you get the attraction of Krishna, then Krishna release, okay, this person is qualified, let him pass to the next class. Okay, like student, no, teacher passes. When he does properly studies, good mark, then teacher promote him, okay, go to the next class. So when we are in devotion, when we get attracted to Krishna, that is the time Krishna release the attachment. Till then, we will be attached in this samskara. So we have to be very careful on that. So Prabhupada says that no one should follow the suicidal path policy. What is it? See how seriously Prabhupada says. It's a suicidal policy of neglecting one's supreme task of attaining the highest perfection of life. If you don't attain the highest perfection of life, what is the highest perfection? Krishna Prema. It says that no, you should score 100 marks. When teacher says that for this subject, mathematics, you should score 100 marks, that is the highest perfection. Prabhupada says that if you don't achieve, that is suicide policy you are taken. When it is better, that means you are voluntary, you are hanging yourself, he says that. So namely, going back to what he is trying to tell us, our goal, highest perfection is we have to go back to Godhead. For that we have to struggle. So for that, whatever means and thing, no, we have to do that. It doesn't mean that you have to take the renounced life, okay, give up your household responsibility, run away from home. No. But our mind and everything should be there. So for that, no, Sachidananda Maharaj gives an example. Okay. Once it has happened that his father met Sachidananda Maharaj. That time he is not Maharaj. They are all devotees. They are devotees of Sri Prabhupada. So Sachidananda Maharaj father meets Prabhupada, and he is telling that there's some open pendal program was going on. He says that you are coming and teaching these boys about Indian culture. It doesn't work for in Germany. Sachidananda Maharaj from Germany. Okay, it doesn't work. Like a crocodile of Egypt. Nile river, no, crocodile. If you take that crocodile and put it in the cold Rayan river, river is in Europe, Rayan river is in Europe, that's frozen, no, like our Ganga, Himalaya, if you go, no, you cannot touch the river, it is so cold. Okay, so he says that he is giving examples that such a crocodile will not survive in that river, cold river. He is trying to teach that in Indian culture you cannot teach in Europe, Germany and all. So why are trying it? Then Prabhupada understood his deep meaning. He said that he is taken as a challenge, and he said that he understood the intention of his father. Okay, he took it as a challenge. He told that Sachara Maharaj's father, he told him that, look, even with coat suit tie, you can practice Krishna conscious. Then his father understood Krishna conscious is not the external, it is internal changes. So the renunciation, the genuine renunciation is internal. Similarly, our back to home, back to Godhead is not the external. You living and putting saffron dress is not the internally the changes have to happen. Then only we can go back home, back to Godhead. So Rupa Goswami says that what is Vairagya? So Raga means attachment. Okay. Vai means give up. So Rupa Goswami said, we have to give up the attachments. So that is what is important. So Rupa Goswami also says that the intense desire for some object, intense desire for sense object that related to Krishna. Example, you take prasada, okay, bhoga. So that is bhoga, any utility for Krishna service, the bhoga you are offering to Krishna, offered to Krishna by the person who's detached, who's experienced them and can utilize for the Krishna service into the bhakti. So that is called Ukta Vairagya. Ukta Vairagya means we have to utilize everything for the service of Krishna. Whatever you are cooking, you should offer to Krishna. Simple example. Okay. Engage every service to the Krishna service. That is Ukta Vairagya. So, to understand even better, so Sri Prabhupada, George Harrison, he's a nice musician. He went and asked the Prabhupada, shall I also shave like other devotees in your thing? Prabhupada said, not necessary. You don't have. You are a very good musician. So, when you are writing scripts, you are singing, no? Add Krishna into that. He said that you have got a lot of money from this singing profession, no? He made a lot of money. And utilize those money for printing the books. So this is the right meaning, right understanding. Renunciation means it is not that you have to give up. You should utilize it for all your opulences for the Krishna service. So the other meaning of the other side, so Vairagya means, that's what, Vairagya means attachment. So we have to utilize everything for the Krishna service. The other side of the Vairagya is Palgu Vairagya. Palgu Vairagya is useless renunciation. Usually it happens. People go to Kasi and they have to give something, no? They say that I will not eat bitter God. Okay, because I don't like bitter God, I'll give up. So this is not a real attached Vairagya, means renunciation. So rejecting those things related to the Lord. Rejecting the things which is related to the Lord, which can utilize for the Krishna service. That suppose it can be used for the Krishna service, but somebody thinking that it can be used for my personal use, material service, that is the useless Vairagya. He said that I don't want to give it to Krishna, I will only use it for my personal use. So another, to understand even better is, one sannyasi was there, okay, and people will come to give some donation, dakshinas and all, no? In front of, nearby his ashram there is a river, okay, pond kind, water body. He throws in front of them everything, go and throw it there, I don't want. And the night what he will do, he will go fishing, put the net and take out everything. He is attached to that appliances, whatever they gave. Okay, in front of them he will show us that as if he is known, he is not expecting any gift from the his disciples. But in the night what happens, he goes and takes out everything and using it. So this is called the Palgu Vairagya. So there is two type of Vairagya. One is Palgu, the other is Yukta Vairagya. So what we are supposed to do, we have to be Yukta Vairagya. We have to place whatever available for the service of the Lord. So today's purpose, Prabhupada also talks about that, how Parishit Maharaj gave up his wife, his attachment, his wife, children, his palace, animal like horse, elephant, his treasury house, his friends and relatives, and his undisputed kingdom. Everything he gave. Just he went and surrendered to Sukadeva Goswami and started hearing the Bhagavatam. So that's how we have to, we should not get attached to the material appearances, which is temporary, now useful for us. Netra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Thanks for joining and listening patiently that Srimad wonderful sloka. Today's 2.4.2, very takeaway message for all the devotees.
I have a question.
Yeah, go. Tell me.
So you said Vairagya, especially Vanaprastha ashram. So you should give up everything, every responsibility to hand over the.
Yeah, correct. You are right. That's what today's purport and today's initial classes, we compared that various kings. When the time comes, like Yudhishthira Maharaj, he gave it to Vajranabha and Parishit Maharaj and left. Bharat Maharaj, the other Bharat Maharaj also, just like that he gave up. So, matured person, when you are in name, fame, peak, that is the time you should give up your thing, hand over and leave. Not when whole family is rejecting you. Okay, you are useless. Because why are you at home? Get out of the house. Not that is the time you have to get out. When we are, that means what? When your responsibilities are given, that is the time, healthy time itself, you have to give up and start doing devotional service. It is not, also they say that it is not mandatory you should leave up the house, but you have to engage your mind and body and your wealth for the Krishna service. So that's how Krishna will take care of your. Yes, what in the previous few slokas also we discussed it. What happened? Pure soul, exalted devotees. Krishna's plan is happiness and distress. Like Sri Prabhupada, example. Prabhupada also undergone distress, bad time. Also he has good time because Krishna's orchestra is the whole life cycle. Prabhupada didn't come for based on his karma, but we are all came here based on our karma. Past karma we are suffering, past karma we are enjoying. But exalted devotees, Krishna is taking care. So when Krishna will take care, when your mind, soul and whatever appearances, when you connect it to Krishna, then Krishna will remove the hook. Attachment of this material world, and he will release you so that you can go back home, back to God. So the ultimate goal of our life is we are supposed to Krishna prema, and the means of achievement is sadhana bhakti, and our goal, Prabhupada says that we have to go back to home, back to God in this life itself. That means we have to work hard, and he has given all the formulas, and Bhagavatam is very systematically, Sukadeva Goswami step by step, he is narrating it, what we have to do, what we are not supposed to do. Very nicely is there. If you go on listening and apply in our daily life, surely Vairagya will help you to go back to home, back to God.
Okay, my question is not fully completed as you started. And actually my question is that if one person, he is not in any ashram, it's like he's earning money, but he claimed like a full time. He's earning money and full time like he feel like that. What is that? And wait. And another thing is, so you're saying that Vanaprasthashram. So what is the exactly meaning? Vanaprasthashram also should give up everything. Should give up everything means, so should constantly fully engage with Krishna consciousness. What does that mean in the house also, in attachment, in the house also, they are staying in the house, they are practicing Krishna consciousness together. That is the Vanaprasthashram.
Okay, the first question you say that he is claiming as a full-timer, but
Yes.
he is working
He's earning
externally,
some
earning
money.
money. Yeah, making money, lot of money. Yeah, correct. That's what he says that Rupa Goswami says that if you don't utilize your wealth and property for Krishna service, okay, it is as good as it is karma only. It is not purified. So Rupa Goswami today's sloka also he is explaining that you have to utilize vairagya. There also he says that. So we have to utilize it. So if he is not utilizing, that means it is like purchasing a Rolls Royce car and using for the garbage, BBMP garbage collection. Okay, what is the use of it? You have got a human body and your goal is to surrender to Guru and Krishna and get the knowledge and get out of this world. Instead of that, externally, that's what I saw, no, that sadhu, the last example, the sadhu, outside people, he is showing that he is renounced. He is telling everybody to throw the gift into the water, river, and in the night he goes and fishing out everything. That means he is not detached, renounced. Okay. Similarly, if a person is calling himself as a full-timer and going on earning, that means externally he is projecting, but internally is not transformation happen. Yesterday's sloka, 2 days back sloka, it is so beautiful is that we discussed very elaborate about when you practice the bhakti, the nature of bhakti is it melts your heart. If it's not melted your heart, it is called steel frame. That means somewhere it is lacking. Somewhere it is lacking. Your attachment to the material opulence is not given up. Okay, so you have to work hard. There are some tips also given. That 2 days back video to see, the tips how to come out of, how to make your heart so soft. By bhakti, hearing from the Krishna Katha Srimad Bhagavatam and chanting the holy name regularly, that transformation happens. The transformation has to happen, then he will give up that, because whatever earning, Vaya knows when to take it back, because it is a quota for you. If it is anything extra quota, the karma, even if you are not a devotee, if you are karmi, okay, how much is there according to this karma only, you will have that money. If anything comes extra, you are endeavoring to make it extra, that will be taken away by your disease or the robbers, anything. It will be taken away because karma has a more, Maya Devi has a more power. She will not allow to over accumulate. Because why she is making the Trishul is so that you will come back to Krishna. Because the goal of art, why a bullock cart, you see the example of a bullock cart, that rider, why he is beating the bull? Because it has to go to the destination. If you don't beat the bull, what happens? The bull will stand only. It will not go to the destination. Here also Maya Devi, she is a rider. She is beating you, giving all trouble so that you will go towards the Krishna. Otherwise you will never go in your life. So our goal is to go towards Krishna and take his prema. So it's very important, and Bhagavatam is very beautifully explained. So somebody is claiming he is a full-timer and earning money is that his heart is not melted. That has to happen. The internal changes has to happen. That's what the Prabhupada also said that even court shoot type person can become a Krishna conscious person. So externally, other side also we should not evaluate him like that, because George Harrison, second example also I told, George Harrison has a lot of appliances, but Prabhupada told him you don't have to shave, okay, use it for Krishna service. So this person is full-timer and he is earning money. If he is using that money for Krishna conscious, still is okay, because that is getting purified. So
It's okay.
is it?
It's okay for that.
That is okay. So all the example you are questioning already Prabhupada gave example. Right. And second question you are saying that in Vanaprasada you are staying in home, living with wife and children and all. Correct. That is okay. Provided internally the renunciation has to happen. It's not externally. The bondage what happens, that's what is a beautiful example.
Okay, if he is staying together in a family, he is engaging in the, like a, it is not like a internally transformation is there, but
No.
materially engaging means what is that?
No, you are misunderstanding. That's what a nice example is there in the Ramanujacharya stories. Okay, Sri Vaishnava story where Ramanujacharya, his disciple, no, they were always greedy about Kureshu. Okay, Kuresh is a Palwan and his wife is a beautiful dancer. They are made for each other. So Ramanujacharya only arranged for the marriage and they lived Grahastha life. Okay. And the other side is all the brahmachari boys, no, they will stay with Ramanujacharya. So he want to teach a lesson to the boys. He will say that one day what happened, no? He will tell that they are always greedy about Kureshu. He will tell that Kuresh is not at home. Go to his house. His wife is wearing a lot of jewels. Okay. Go and steal it and come back. Okay. Before that, what happened? The story is one day Ramanujacharya, no, they were washing and keeping the copine and dress material. He will ask one of person to mix it everything. So morning they got up, they saw that dresses are mixed. My thing is stolen. They think that it's missing. So they started fighting everybody. So teach a lesson how much these people attach. The other side is he will ask that his Sishyas go and get some money from Qureshi house so that we are running short of some financial issue. So he will not tell financial and that. He will tell, okay, go and get it. So these boys, they will go in the night when his wife was sleeping. Qureshi is not there. He went for outside some service. So she was sleeping on one side. These boys slowly they will go remove the rings and everything. One side of the jewels they are already looted. Okay. And that lady, she sensed that who's come. She was thinking that okay, my Guru Maharaj must be having some financial issue. That's why he has sent his thing. He couldn't ask openly to me. He sent his disciple to steal the material. Okay, she will turn other side and give chance for them to remove other side also. But seeing the boys, they got scared. Oh, she is getting up. They run away with one side of jewels. And at night, early morning, Qureshi comes and sees that one side is jewels is not there. The Mataji is if they wear all jewels only, they look nice. Otherwise, like very bad shape. He'll ask, what happened to you? Why you are looking so ugly today? One side jewel, one side no jewel. Then he said that, sorry, then she narrated last night Guru Maharaj's disciple came. They there's some financial issue. They came to take away the material. So they stole, they took one side. So I want to allow them to take other side. I turned, they got scared and run away. No, you should not have done that. You should have kept quiet. They could have removed it. He was cursing his wife. You stop the service of the this thing. So this whole narration, Ramanujacharya and the disciple were watching when the morning scene was happening. So Ramanujacharya want to teach his Sishyas being renounced externally, like wearing a saffron dress and not having any opulences, doesn't mean that internally you are renounced. Even the Quraysh and his wife, even though they have all the opulences, grahastha, but internally they are renounced. They are ready to do anything for the Guru. So you should not look at that because that Vanaprasada, he was sitting with the family, children, grandchildren. No, but that Vanaprasada stage, one person is decided. He externally looks like he is among the family, but internally he is always meditating on Lord, and he spend more time to read and Krishna Katha, discussing on the Krishna Katha. Okay, he will be talking to the grandchildren about the Krishna Katha. His children from the engage him for the Krishna service. So it looks like externally he is enjoying, but internally he renounced. This is a right example. So we are. It is a message for the Manaprasada people also how they are. That's the procedure, and lot of examples are there. Maybe senior, when they come, we can ask them to give some tips also. I think Murli Mohan Prabhu next week is coming. We can ask them such questions answer. Anything, Prabhu? I hope you are understood.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. We'll meet tomorrow with more interesting topics and discussion about Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, 4th chapter, sloka number 3 and 4. Thank you.